Everyone, this is a quick guide for filling the application for tourist Schengen visa if you're applying from Saudi Arabia as an Indian national residing here with the Iqama. Let's begin. The first is your surname. Second is the surname at birth if you had any. The third will be your first name or given name. So let me give you an example. If your name is Maria Khan, in the first column you will write Khan, and then the third column you will write Maria. Fourth column is the date of birth, where you will mention example 1st July 1990. Place of birth, if you were born and brought up in Saudi Arabia, you will mention your place of birth, example Jeddah. Country of birth, Saudi Arabia. And if you are an Indian national living in Saudi Arabia, you can write your current nationality as Indian. Eighth question, you will mention about your gender. Ninth, you will mention your marital status. 10th question, in case you're a family of 4, please remember that you have to fill 4 forms even if your last child is a baby. And in case you have kids who are under 18, the primary applicant or the father can fill all the information, the address, telephone number, email address in the 10th column. His email address, his name, his address. Okay. 11th is the national identity number, which is the Iqama number. 12th will be ordinary passport. 13th will be your passport number. 14th is the date of issue. 15th is your validity. 16th is India. Your passport has been issued by India. 17th, it's non-applicable because if you're applying as a tourist visa and you don't know anyone there in the Schengen countries, and you don't know anyone who stays there, or you're not invited by any business purpose, skip the 17th question and the 18th question. Okay, now the 19th question is the applicant's home address and email. That is the house that you live in and the telephone number and the address. 20th is the residence in a country other than the country current nationality. So because you live in Saudi Arabia, you will say yes, and you will write your residence permit number down and its validity. 21 is current occupation. So if you are a working wife, then you will write the occupation that has been mentioned in your Iqama that has been translated in English. But if you're a housewife, you will write housewife. And if your husband is working, then his current occupation. 22nd will be your husband's employer and employer's address. That is, whoever is the primary applicant, their employer's address and telephone number. And if you have children and they're going to school, you will have to mention the name and the address of the school. If your kids are going to different school, you'll have to mention both the schools. Okay, the 23rd question is, the answer is tourism. 24th, you don't have to write anything there. 25th, you'll have to mention the entry. So if you're traveling from Saudi Arabia to Austria, you will write Vienna, Austria if you're landing in Vienna. And then if you're moving on to the other countries like Switzerland and Germany, you will mention the cities that you will be going to. 26th question will be member state of first entry. Has to be Austria because you are applying Schengen visa for that country, and it will be Vienna or the city that you land in, Vienna, Austria. 27th, single entry. 27th, there are 2 options: intended date of arrival of the first intended city, so the day you will be landing in Austria, Vienna, and then the day you will be leaving the Schengen area. So if you're traveling to Austria and leaving Austria back to Saudi, you will mention the same, the date of departure. And in case you're traveling to Switzerland or any other countries beside Austria, then you will mention the date you will be leaving the Schengen area and you will be traveling to Saudi Arabia. So it could be the last date that you stay in Switzerland. 28th will be if you have had fingerprints collected earlier. Yes, no. If you have, then you will just mention your Schengen visa sticker number that you had before. 29th question is not applicable for those who are applying for the first time. 30th question is you will have to mention the name of the hotels that you will be staying. So you will have to take out all your booking.com details, the hotels that you'll be staying in, and mention the names of all the hotels. And then in the second column, it's mentioned about the address and the email address. So you'll have to write the PO box number and the email address of each hotel. And the next column is the telephone number. You'll have to mention of all of them. So the 31 is for the business visas, it's not applicable. And the 32 question, you'll have to take cash, credit card. Prepaid accommodations are your bookings from the booking.com, the hotel accommodations, and prepaid transport. You can take a copy of your Eurorail if you're traveling inter countries, and if you are going to use a rental service, hire a car, then you can ask the local rental company to send you paper for the visa purposes, and they will send you. And in the end, you just have to sign. So their place and date. If you're applying from Riyadh, you'll write Riyadh and the date you go to the VFS center, and signature. As adults, you will sign your own form, but if you have kids, the primary applicant has to sign in place of them. That's it. Thank you.